Hi, welcome back to Technicforce Tutorials. This video is about Sendster CRON setup for email schedules or email sequences and settings, so let's get started. First of all, visit Settings from the Sendster sidebar. You will see a screen like this. You'll get the app version. Now, let me show you how to add the CRON job. Click here to copy the command. We hope that every server supports the command that we have written. Next, let's go to panel for CRON setup. Here I am inside my panel. Then let's look for the CRON setup. Click on CRON jobs. Now we have to paste the command over here in the command field. Now it's all about how frequently we're going to execute this command, and we're going to understand what's happening on the back end. For example, when composing mail, it sends out the mail in the back end, and schedules automatically trigger mail at different times. So all those things will happen for the CRON. It will depend on the timing at which this script is going to be executed, and based on that, your mails are going to be triggered. So let me get started with the timing settings. Here you can write out the timing as per your requirement, but in cPanel we have some built-in setup. For example, we can run it once per minute, once per 5 minutes, etc. So let me choose once per 5 minutes, and you will see that in this setup, the timings are automatically generated for us. So in this sense, if you want to change it to once per 2 minutes, you can change it from here. Here's how it's going to work. Every 5 minutes, this CRON command is going to be executed, and it's going to check whether any emails have been scheduled or whether it's the correct time to trigger the emails. So all of these things are going. Now let me save them. Here we have a field about the maximum emails that can be sent per run. Here, we have entered 380. So every 5 minutes, when the CRON command is executed, it will trigger a maximum of 380 emails if they are available. You can modify the count as per your requirements. Whenever you're using free email providers like Gmail or Yahoo, they actually do not allow you to send so many emails at a time, so as per your requirement, you can just change this, and it's going to be sent out according to your timing setup. Here is an option for Global SMTP. It is used for the Forgotten Password section and sends the mail that you've set up in the lists. Here, I've triggered a welcome mail on sign up, so it will use that SMTP and send the mail. Moving on, here is the delay time between sending two groups of mail for synchronous sending. As of now, we are sending mail asynchronously. As the field Send Mail Asynchronously is turned on, when it's turned off, the synchronous sending is turned on, so as of now it is sending mail asynchronously, and if you are changing anything from here and want to make it effective, please make sure to save the settings. Going back to synchronous and asynchronous sending, the current asynchronous sending is turned on, and what's happening is that every 2 minutes, according to the CRON setup, it's going to trigger out 380 emails, but it's not going to check whether the previous emails were sent or not. When the asynchronous sending is turned on and the command is triggered after 2 minutes again, it will send another 380 emails if they're available, but it will not check if the previous group of emails was sent or not. It will just start sending another group of emails. That's why it's called synchronous sending. It's really fast and efficient to use, and if you just keep the group size list here, we have 380 emails based on our mailer and what our SMTP is capable of sending. That's why, in our case, you can just set the number of emails here as per your mailer's capability or whatever you want, and again, asynchronous sending will send the mails faster. So, if we turn this off and turn on the synchronous sending, what will happen is that when the CRON command is executed, if it has to send out 1,000 emails, it will immediately start sending all those 1,000 emails at a time, and that actually creates pressure on your server. It can create a load on your server earlier on asynchronously. It will just send 380 emails per runtime, although 1,000 is actually not a huge number. I'm just saying it as an example, but if you send out like 50,000 or 1 lakh time, it will surely create a load on your server. So here it will send 380 emails at a time on your back end and has a delay time of the seconds you put here. When the asynchronous is turned off, you can provide the delay timings here. It will send 380 emails per run, then wait for the delay time provided before sending out another group of emails. So that's how the synchronous sending and delay timing work, and we recommend using the synchronous sending moving forward, as I mentioned earlier. Next is allow domains to make cross-origin requests. If you want to share the data requests from another domain, then you've entered that domain name here, separated by a comma. Next are API settings. You can change the API settings by clicking on the Recreate button. If you want to allow access to the leads and lists through the API, then enable this and make sure to save the settings. And that is our Sendster CRON job and settings setup. Thank you for watching, and see you on the next one.